Now, as I'm sure you're all aware by now, we'll be covering a lot of Steelers-Panthers action tonight. So Dave, let's just have a quick word on those games we've just seen there. Braehead-Coventry, great win for Braehead, yet Coventry had a new signing.
They did indeed. They had Dustin Wood in the lineup, big, strong, solid defenceman, and Coach Paul Thompson told me he made a difference. Unfortunately, Anna, not a big enough difference for the Coventry Blaze. They kept Braehead down to 11 shots, yet still conceded 4 goals. Going to be an interesting series, between the Clan and the Blaze. My view that are they going to make it into the top 5, Braehead? Well, Coventry's the side at the moment that looks like they could be closest to them. So as that year progresses, interesting to see how those 6 games go. But a big win for the Braehead Clan. At home on a Saturday night, they're always going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, a good win there. Move on to Cardiff-Belfast. Belfast absolutely annihilated Cardiff.
Well, you know what? Corey Nielsen, Ryan Finnerty, Paul Thompson, all the coaches of the top teams would have been just thinking to themselves, I think Cardiff can take this game against Belfast. But Doug Christensen's found a way to win in Cardiff. 4 points out of 4 now for the Giants against the Devils in Cardiff this season. And it wasn't so much as a victory, it was a bit of annihilation, wasn't it? And not many teams will go in there and put 4 goals between themselves and the Cardiff Devils. Great win for the Giants. Do you know why it was a big win?
Why?
Because Doug Christensen phoned me this morning and he says, "You doing the Sky Show?" Tell them it was a big win. It was a huge win, Doug. A huge win. And right now, the Belfast Giants are putting on a bit of a clinic in the whole league.
Good old Doug. Well, time for us to take a break now, but join us shortly as we've got all the rest of the action from around the Rapid Solicitors Elite Ice Hockey League. And GB coach Paul Thompson will be giving us another coaching masterclass.
Sponsors of the Elite Ice Hockey League on Sky Sports. Sponsors of the Elite Ice Hockey League on Sky Sports.
Welcome back to the Rapid Solicitors Elite Ice Hockey League highlight show here on Sky Sports, where this week we're at the Motorpoint Arena in Sheffield.
In a moment, we'll be heading over to Coventry as GB coach Paul Thompson invited Dave into another one of his coaching masterclasses. You must be mad. But first, let's head north of the border to get some more highlights.
Edinburgh had the bragging rights the previous weekend in the Challenge Cup with that thumping victory over the Flyers, and it was a great start for them as well on the road this time. Hartman and Vallejo combining, and 44 seconds gone into the unguarded net. There's McKenzie with his 3rd goal of the season. What a start for the visitors. Things are going well for them at the moment, and now second period action. Yarrolin and Hartman combining. Good movement, patient, and Vallejo there. Great finish. So just past the midway point, 31-14. It's 2-0 game to the visitors, and they're certainly in the ascendancy. There needed to be a response from the 5 Flyers, and they got it. Power play time, and in that slot there's all sorts of movement, isn't there? Loads of save, and eventually the puck comes to McAlpine. So with just under 2 minutes remaining, it's a 2-1 game. Where was this one going? Into the 3rd session. It needed some magic from the Flyers. Danny Stewart, the former Newcastle player coach, picks the puck up in his own zone, goes neutral, goes left-hand side for Mike Hamilton, and Hamilton finishes a 5th goal of the season with under 5 minutes remaining. But the credit there goes to Danny Stewart for that skate. Great skate into the offensive zone and great move. Into overtime then. This one was end-to-end. Who was going to get that extra point? And you see now the final touch is Yarrolin, his 7th of the season. So Edinburgh get the 2 points. The Flyers have to settle for 1. A great game, a great Scottish derby. It finishes 5 Flyers 2, Edinburgh Capitals 3. If you thought the start by Edinburgh against Fife on Saturday was spectacular, well, watch this one. How many seconds? 17 gone. Hartman and McKenzie combined, and Yarrolin there with his 8th goal of the season. And that is a quick-fire goal if ever you saw one. Dundee needed to make a quick response. They had a power play inside the first 5 minutes, and Dolan and Mitchell combined. In the high slot there is Mazur, a 2nd goal of the season, and he makes it a 1-1 game. Very much game alive. 1 period gone, or tied at 1-1. In the 2nd session, Hartman here gives the puck away. Conkle gets it, and 31 seconds into that 2nd session, it's a 2-1 game. A steal there from Conkle. Nice finish. Very much Dundee's game now because they got more and more into the game as it went on. And a special moment there as well for Chambliss. A first professional goal. Mitchell with the assist. 24:02 the time of that one. So 3-1 game. Dundee starting to run away with things. Now Conkle and Forsyth, they're combining just in front of the net. And on the backhand is AJ McLean, his second goal of the season, 4-1. And they're very much running away with things. The scoring wasn't done in the second session though. Power play time for the Caps. Menton there. Zembergs and Sladdock getting the assist. So that's 4-2. In then to the third session, and halfway through it, it's Mackenzie who gets the final touch, his fourth goal of the season. So 4-3, one goal game, and very much alive. Which way would this one go? Well, the Dundee Stars proved the stronger. That's a nice move, and a rebound going there for Hutchins. Only his second goal of the season, but that was 5-3, and the Dundee Stars had that breathing space once more. But goal number 4 of the season for Concord arrived there. That was goal number 6 for Dundee Stars. As the game was running down, the Stars grew stronger and stronger. So 6 became 7, went Wishart into the offensive zone, and McIntosh with his first goal of the season. And that was the end of the scoring. Good road victory in the end. Edinburgh gave it all they had, and at times you thought they'd have done enough. But no, Dundee was strong, and they came to the fore in the end. Edinburgh 3, Dundee 7.
Okay, well, we'll reflect on those games a little later in the show, but let's take a break from the action and pay a visit to GB and Coventry head coach Paul Thompson.
The Coventry Blaze are one of the most successful organisations in the Elite League era. They have a dressing room full of some of the brightest prospects in Britain and championship winners. Their coach Paul Thompson has invited us behind the scenes this season to learn more about how teams prepare and train during an Elite League campaign. Well, here we are at the Skydome Arena, another training session for the Coventry Blaze. But this one is an optional session. And Coach Paul Thompson, that gives you the opportunity to perhaps work with some of the younger lads on a more one-to-one basis.
You know, it's good to do this, David. I mean, a lot of our practices are structured as, you know, from a team point of view, and from drills and plays and systems. And, you know, and today's a day where we can get the guys out and I can work with them on an individual basis. And the young lad that we're going to be looking at today is James Griffin. A young defenceman, right-handed shot. We brought him in from Swindon out of the EPL last year. He practiced with us all last season, and you know, I'm going to be running him through some different types of drills that he's going to need to progress at as he becomes an elite league player. Well, you know, he's only an 18-year-old lad, and but his skating. He's not got great size, but he makes up for it. He's got good strength and good upper body and lower body strength, and his skating is at an elite league level, without a shadow of a doubt. But there's parts of his game that he's got to adapt, David. I mean, playing at this level, you know, he's not been coming up against 6'4" power forwards, and it's the strength and the size they're dealing with. It's how quick you get onto pucks, which then gives you that extra half a second of time to make that play. Time is crucial. A defenseman's responsibility isn't always just about positioning. It's about how hard you can get onto pucks to make that play, to give you that extra second of time. And we work on his agility. We do, and you'll see today, we do agility drills with these guys that you know, that just harness and focus them totally in the areas that we think they need to improve to become an elite league player.
3 drills for Coach Thompson to put young Griffin through, all to deal with the agility and having the speed to create time and space. The first to deal with retrieving the puck after it's been dumped into your own corner.
He's going to come to the blue line before we start. He's going to come up to the blue line. He's going to pivot, so he's facing me. Okay, then he's going to take a stride backwards, and I always call this taking a picture. He's going to take 2 looks over his shoulder, so he's going to visualise the play in front of him before he skates onto the puck. He's going to have a good angle as he skates onto the puck. He's going to stop behind the net. He's going to fake to come out of one side, then come strong up through the middle. So here we go. Okay, Griff. Take a picture. There we go. Comes hard to the protection of the net, stops, fakes to come out of one side, and hard up the middle, and then he'll exit and make his plays from there. Okay, this is a specific agility drill that we run with the defenseman, and as I've said to you before, James has excellent lateral movement, and everything we do here, we do with the puck. We don't do it without the puck. But it's all about twisting and turning and gaining time and ice and giving you that extra second of space. So this incorporates a lot of that, and we run this on both sides. So, okay, Griff, run through it. Here we go. So he can see me, he comes up, he has to pivot, control the puck, come back to the middle, back out to the wall again, stop, and he sidesteps back in to the net. One more, Griff, let's go again. You see he's got great feet, really strong feet, but it's putting that all together. There we go. Good job. So, okay, this is a designated drill that we do for the defenseman in the offensive zone. And it's a skill-based drill. He's got to get the puck under control. He's actually going to make a fake under the stick with the puck. He's going to laterally move across the blue line. What he's trying to do with the fake is the forward coming out to meet him. He's trying to send him the wrong way so he can create some ice to get to the net, to take a shot, and Venus is there to hopefully tip the puck down. So nice and slow. Control. Back, over, back. Full speed, Griff. Let's go. Up, round. Good, good, good.
Griff, a busy morning for you, but being a full-time pro athlete, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess so. Got to work on my stuff today, so see how it works. Tom is helping me out, so it's all good, I think.
Was it a major decision when you chose which club to come to after you'd done your time, if you like, in the EPL, that you were coming to have that one-to-one tuition off the GB coach?
Yeah, he's obviously the best coach in the league, so I know he told me what he's going to give me when I signed for him. He said he's going to look after me. He's got all the older guys, got Dave Phillips and all that, Soderstrom, all helping out on the bench, so I know I'm going to progress as a player here. Instead of going to another club and just not getting any attention and just be sat on the bench all the time.
Okay, well, we'll be seeing plenty more of Paul Thompson over the next few weeks. And if you want any of the aspects of the game explaining, then feel free to get in touch and we'll do our best to explain them. But let's stay with the Coventry Blaze and see how they got on against the Hull Stingrays on Sunday.
After Coventry lost to Braehead on Saturday, they wanted a first period pick-me-up, and they got it. 3 minutes remaining in the first session. Goal there for Luke Fulgham, an 8th of the season. Footy and Weaver getting the assist. Coventry with the man advantage then. 1-0 first period lead. Into the second session, watch this pass from Rodine. What a corker. One-on-one Tendler. There it is. 1-1 game. And the Stingrays open up the Blaze and we're all square. Still second period action. Fulgham and Footy combine. And there's Dustin Wood in the slot. The defenceman spent the last couple of years in Asia. His first weekend at the Blaze, he gets on target at 26.05. So at that stage, 2-1 game. Another breakaway here for the visitors. One-on-one there. Good save this time from Peter Hirsch. And Tendler is denied. So 2-1 game. Things were though to get a little bit better for the Blaze in the third session. First of all, Guthrie into an empty net. Power play goal. A 5th of the season. A rebound goal. 3-1. And there was some breathing space. But still, the Blaze came forward and they wanted to add to that tally. Nice move involving Fulgham and then Owen. And that's a goal for Fussy. His 13th of the season already. 4-1 game. Just under 4 minutes into the third session. But the Stingrays still weren't done. Great move into the offensive zone. Osman and Davis getting the assists. And Watkins with his first goal of the season against his former club. So that made it a 4-2 game. There was still more to come though. Not in terms of goals, but in terms of action. The Stingrays moving the puck around nicely. Tendler involved once more, but Hirsch going down to make that save. Saves it just on the line. The puck may have slipped under once it had been frozen, but that was a save there by Hirsch to keep it a 4-2 game. So Coventry will be happy. They're back to winning ways. The Stingrays still search for some consistency. Coventry 4, Hull 2.
Time for us to take a break, but join us shortly as we've got all the action from tonight's game here in Sheffield of the Steelers versus the Panthers, and of course all the rest of the action from around the Rapid Solicitors Elite Ice Hockey League.
Sponsors of the Elite Ice Hockey League on Sky Sports.